have passed away. The Prophet ﷺ lived with her for 25 years. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided for him all the children with the exception of Ibrahim from Khadijah radiallahu anha. And I'm going to start with the ending of last time to prove that Khadijah radiallahu anha was the most beloved one to the heart of the Prophet ﷺ. In the situation when Aisha radiallahu anha was sitting with the Prophet ﷺ, and he kept talking about Khadijah every time. All the time when they are together, once Khadijah's name is mentioned, he's going to talk about her. So she got mad and she said, how long would you keep talking about that old woman who passed away already? Hasn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaced you with a better one? And the Prophet ﷺ got mad and he said, La wallahi, ma abdalillahu khayran minha. No, by Allah. Allah has never replaced her with a better one, because she was the first one to believe in me when everyone else disbelieved in my message. She was the one who supported me with everything, with herself, with her money. She is the one from whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided all of my children. And to start today, talking about the second wife in order. We're going to talk about them, inshallah, in the same order the Prophet ﷺ married them. So before we talk about the second one, I just want to remind you that unfortunately today, in the media, and how some Muslims, unfortunately, in some cultures, treat women in a way that we always think that women are degraded in Islam. And women always have a second, class status in Islam. And women are oppressed, as the non-Muslims say about women. But in fact, that's a lie, that's a fallacy, that's not true. Because Islam honored women. And women were very honorable in the history of Islam. To start with, just to give you some facts, the first one to embrace Islam was a woman. The first one to believe in the message of the Prophet ﷺ was a woman. The first one to make sujood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after the Prophet ﷺ was a woman. The first one to support the Prophet ﷺ with everything, herself and her money, was a woman. And all what I mentioned applies to Khadijah. More than that, the first martyr in Islam, the first one who sacrificed her life for Islam, was a woman. Sumayya radiallahu anha, the wife of Yasir, the mother of Ammar. When the Prophet ﷺ used to pass by them and they were under torture, his famous statement would come. He didn't promise them a house, in the richest neighborhood. He didn't promise them a position. He didn't promise them any cash. He promised them one thing, Jannah. He would always say, Sabran ala Yasir, fa inna maw'idakum al-Jannah. Patience, family of Yasir, because we're going to meet in Jannah. And that's exactly what we can tell people today. If you love Allah and you love Islam, I'm going to tell you all the time, be patient, because this life is a test. And the meeting with the Prophet ﷺ is going to be in Jannah, if you are patient. We will all go through tests, whether we like it or not.